Hey everyone, welcome to DKFC. We're talking Euros 2016. It's the Monday matches. Ooh, two great matches on. Let's talk about the first one. Italy versus Spain. Oh my gosh, talk about an anticipation of one great offensive team and one great defensive team. But Spain has shown that they can be a bit weak, and Italy lost to Ireland, but it was their second team. Were they ready? Jamie, what do we think about this game? It's going to be a very anticipated match.
Yeah,
what do you like in this?
This is the game of the round, isn't it, really? No one thought this was going to happen, and then Croatia happened on Spain, and this is what we got out of it, which is a good thing, because it will be a good game. I don't think anyone expected Italy to win the group. I think everyone was like, oh, Belgium will definitely win it. We don't need to take notice of that game against Ireland. I think it was such a much changed side. They had a different keeper in there who seemed like he really wanted to get sent off by just pushing Shane Long as many times as he could. This time they'll have Buffon back. They'll have the usual guys at the back. They'll have De Rossi in the middle. They'll have the lot. They'll also have Graziano Pella up front. This is so hard to call this game. There's a few games in this round where it's like you just don't know which way it's going to go. I think it's going to look a little bit like the Belgium-Italy game did, in the sense that Spain are going to have a lot of possession. They're going to be passing it around a lot. They're going to do their usual thing. But Italy are the kind of team where it's not going to work. It's not going to wash. I could see this going 0-0 and going all the way to penalties. And then who knows? It's a lottery, isn't it? I can't call it in penalties, but I think 0-0.
0-0. All right, Tyrone, what are you thinking on this one?
Right. So this is a replay from the final from 4 years ago, am I right? And in some ways, we've got two identical teams from that final in some ways, and in other ways, two very different teams. Spain are on the way down. I really do think that. I don't think they are the team they were. Iniesta has been brilliant, but when it comes down to the fact that this aging campaigner is still pretty much the heart and soul of your team, that's got to be some kind of cause for concern for the Spanish. Italy have really impressed me, and yeah, it was an anomaly. That was an anomaly against the Irish, because it was 5 or 6 changes. There we go. Against Sweden, I just think there was a lot of patience involved. They should have took care of the match earlier, but they did what winners do. They won it at the death. And of course, against Belgium, that was just an absolute masterclass in how you deal with a bunch of petulant world beaters, and they bashed them up. This is going to be 1-0 Italy. I think they're going to do it in time. They're going to do it in normal time. I've got a lot of... It's not even the Chelsea thing. Conte's record in Italy as a manager is phenomenal. I mean, at club level. And now coming into this, he's only lost one competitive game as manager of Italy, and that was the throwaway game against the Irish, where they'd already qualified and wanted to quite rightly rest their best players. They are going to be absolutely tick-tock ready for this. Conte is a hell of a manager. I'm very excited about him going to Chelsea next season, and I think he's going to show the world why. I think it's going to be 1-0 Italy, and bye-bye Spain, and the end of an era.
All right, and Edo, you have an Italian name and you speak Italian, so what are you thinking here?
I think he is kind of Italian.
Yeah, kind of.
A little bit.
I don't want to pigeonhole him.
On the school.
Italian Edo, what do you think? Hey, that's it. I love it. That's what they do. They do that. It's so classic. Very good.
Big breather, and not the big breather because of the game, because I'm finding it difficult to call. What I was worried about after the Ireland game was one Italian paper said, this is a lot like the Sweden game, except we didn't score. And Ireland did, and we hit the post. We, Italy. I agree with something about Spain, what you said. Something about Del Bosque. Del Bosque, why are you playing that team against Croatia? I know the round is completely screwed, but other teams have had a turnover. Croatia themselves had Modric, who was a little bit iffy, so they took him off, and that still seemed to work. Why didn't Spain do that? Spain looked like they were walking in that game. Will they be tired? Italy, on the other hand, yeah, we rested our guys. There's going to be a lot of effort, and he basically took those guys to the Hanoi Hilton this morning, from what I can understand, after the defeat. Sorry, yesterday morning. He was basically torturing his players, training them all day. I do see Italy shocking Spain here, and I think it's going to happen in extra time. I see 1-1 at the end of regular, and I think it's going to be something along the lines of actually Spain sieging Italy, us maybe breaking through, finding a goal, Spain equalising at the last minute, and then in extra time, Italy somehow pipping them. So 1-1 in regular. But it'll be close.
Okay, and I'm calling 2-1 to Italy, and I'm also saying on Monday a lot of people will be talking about Game of Thrones. But those are my predictions. If you want to make your own predictions, put your own 8-man lineup together, go to DraftKings.co.uk, $50,000 budget. You can win big during the Euros 2016. Welcome to the big time.